Hey guys, Orack here, and oh my freaking god! I just watched the 1 hour special and it was like, I can't find words really, I can't. Okay, I should begin with something. Firstly, we had Jiren fight Goku in his Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken times 20 form, and we all thought, well, this would do something against Jiren, but it proved nothing. He couldn't even touch him. And what we learned from that is like, Jiren is Superman, like Masako X said, he has no weaknesses. And it was really apparent that Goku was underpowered. And yeah, he resorted to the Spirit Bomb technique. And we don't really know what happened in the Spirit Bomb because, he did the Spirit Bomb and Jiren actually managed to handle it and didn't have that much trouble. And Goku fell in it, I don't know. And this is the point that the things started to get interesting because when Goku emerged back from the Spirit Bomb and oh come on, and everyone thought he was dead and stuff, there was quite an uproar amongst the gods because when Goku started fighting again, he was like a different Goku. And it is interesting what Whis and Beerus said. Whis made an assumption that basically Goku entered the Spirit Bomb and yeah, some people like Tien and Krillin thought that maybe he had absorbed all the energy of the Spirit Bomb and used it against Jiren. And Whis didn't really deny that, but he said that even if he did so, that wasn't the only thing that he found inside, but he managed to, let's say, have a peek on his hidden potential and what he actually can do. And it is interesting what Beerus said after that statement, when he said that he found something like ultra instinct or something like that. And all the gods were uproared and they couldn't believe it. Because as Whis, I think, said, you can correct me, I can be wrong, but I remember it. Even gods of destruction haven't really found the ultra instinct up to this point. I mean, some of the gods have, but some others don't have the actual skills to do that. And that was what frightened the whole god universe anyways. And up until that point we didn't really know Jiren's power. And now it was stated that Jiren is actually a god of destruction tier warrior. And some even, I think Whis said that maybe he's, stronger than the god of destruction of his universe, Belmont. And that was really interesting to see, because I had thought of that too, but I wanted to see it, in the actual anime said. And I mean, when Goku used this form, whatever it is, he was actually able to fight against Jiren, and I would argue in equal terms. Maybe if he had like the power and the energy to sustain this form, maybe Jiren wouldn't be in such a positive situation. But yeah, another thing that was really apparent about Goku's change wasn't only fighting against Jiren, but fighting against Toppo and Dispo, because these were two fighters that had really given him trouble, back in the day. But when they attacked him, at the same time, he was just able to deflect them, just like that, like they were children's play. And I mean, that is probably what the ultra instinct comes into action, because what and it is only my opinion, don't really get worked up on it, speculate on what Ultra Instinct might be is that, well, yes, Goku had the power boost and speed boost and all the usual stuff, but I think he acquired a mental skill in a way that the Ultra Instinct, as the name implies, is how could I say it? Like a prediction method. Like you can sense when something is going to happen. Well, and Goku used to have that. I mean, he has that skill, but maybe it is like enhanced into the God territory level. And and that is one of the reasons that he could deflect so easily Toppo and Dispo at the same time. But yeah, it's just speculation, don't get me like, don't take this for granted anyways. And yeah, it was a really fascinating fight because all the gods and all the mortals were watching, and it was implied that Goku and Jiren were fighting in the god tier now level and not in the mortal level. Something else I want to say is that the animations in these two episodes were just superb. They were so good. They were so good. And yeah, some people I think will protest about some bunk animations that were used, but I wouldn't mind it because in the fight between Jiren and Goku in his new form, anyways, I think there were used some animations from the opening where Jiren fights Goku, but I didn't mind it. It was fitting and stuff, and you can't really argue, man, because the fight between Super Saiyan Blue, Goku, Kaioken times 20 with Jiren and all this sort of stuff, they were just superbly animated. I would argue that maybe we haven't had such good animated fight up until now in Super. But yeah. And in the end of the episode we see that Frieza abducts Goku or something like that, and he basically says to him, you remember the time in Planet Namek? This sort of reminds me that. And we have to see what happens there. And in the preview for the next episode we see that Heat actually fights Jiren, and in some of those quick shots we see that Heat can actually get a hit. Fun enough, not pun intended. Against Jiren, but we don't know how Jiren will take it. But yeah, expect me to have a video next week about Jiren versus Heat fight, of course. And yeah, I really want to hear about your opinion about this whole 1 hour special, because some people I haven't really gotten on the social medias because I didn't want to have any spoilers and stuff before I saw the episode. So I don't know how people viewed the special, but I loved it. I just loved it. It lived up to my personal hype, and I want to hear about your opinions, guys, about how you felt about this episode, about Goku's new form, anything really. I wouldn't mind. I just want to hear your opinion. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.